Hi, I'm Kristen Miller with Outreach. We're so excited to be coming to you today through Fort Bend Recovers with Creativity. And our goals in these podcasts are to help people from the community be able to know what resources are available to them and also how they can help out and what resources need their help. And so I welcome you both. I'm here with Attack Poverty today. Avalon Sykes. She is the Director of Disaster Recovery for Attack Poverty, and Natalie Cortez is a community social worker for Attack Poverty. I welcome you both today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you.
Now, we're going to go ahead and start with you, Avalon. You're the Director of Disaster Recovery. That's quite a big job, especially right now. Can you tell us a little tiny bit about what you do?
Of course. So at Attack Poverty, we are empowering people to attack poverty in their lives and communities. And we're doing that a few ways. We're doing that through spiritual growth, education, revitalization, and basic needs. We are educating people on preparedness. We're teaching them how to be prepared for a disaster, how to handle that situation, and make sure that you're aware of the things that need to happen before, during, and after, how to be safe, how to protect your family and your loved ones. We're also assisting in home repairs for those affected by disaster. We've served quite a few people during Hurricane Harvey, and we continue to repair homes currently. So we are repairing about 25 homes at the moment that were affected by Hurricane Harvey. And we are serving in Hurricane Laura as well. So we are working with the community in North Lake Charles. We're working in Sulphur, Louisiana. We're just coordinating with the community, offering volunteers, distributing supplies over there to them. So we're really just trying to listen to the needs that the communities have and serve them in those ways. Additionally, we're serving in COVID. We've been able to offer financial assistance to families who had a loss of income during the months of COVID. And we are also helping distribute PPE, masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, things like that to the community.
Let's say that my household has been affected financially by COVID. Who would I call and what resources are available through Attack Poverty?
So you can get connected to Attack Poverty's resources by calling 211. The United Way line will help connect you to the exact needs that you have. On top of that, you can also just call our nonprofit here. You can call our office and somebody will help you fill out a referral for any of our services.
So our main line for Attack Poverty is 832-847-4379. Again, if you want to connect with any of our locations, speak with the receptionist, or connect with our disaster recovery program to learn more about counseling or home repairs related to a disaster, you can call that line and you'll be directed to those programs.
And what services are there for me? So I have no food. We are out of food.
Yeah, so we're offering food distributions at a few of our community locations throughout different days of the week. So it'd help connect you through one of those drive-through distributions. They would load up your car with produce or non-perishable foods that would help feed your family. For financial assistance, what you do is just fill out an application with us. Make sure that your loss of income was due to COVID and that you meet all of the eligibility requirements, and then you'd be served from there.
Okay, so for the food distribution, is there an eligibility requirement? Am I going to get a number? Or do I just say this is where it is, just go get in line?
Yeah, so if you look on our website, you can find a list of all of our distribution centers and their availability times. So some of them are going to be by appointment only, and some of them are going to be open drive-through for the community. So you'd just be able to stop at any of those.
So I don't have to qualify. I can just simply just go, and no questions asked. No, but the private ones where you have a time, I'm sure are you qualifying for those times?
No. So through our partnerships with the Houston Food Bank and Second Mile, we're able to utilize their processes that are already existing. So all of the information that will be gathered from you will just be like your name, your phone number, things like that. They're not turning anybody away in regards to eligibility.
Now, with the financial end of it, you said if you qualify. Can you tell me some of the qualifications that might be make people eligible or not eligible?
Yeah, so when applying for financial assistance, we want to make sure that you're below the poverty level. We also want to make sure that your loss of income was during COVID. So you would need to prove through your employer or unemployment that you were actually unemployed during those period of time, or that you did have that loss of income, that you're living at your current residence within Fort Bend County or Harris County, and that, you know, there is a need.
How could I, one, help? Is there a way to physically help attack poverty? And then another way, where can my donation dollars go?
Okay, we love questions about how to get involved. So the easiest way to get involved is checking out our website. You can volunteer with us. Volunteer opportunities will be available on there. Follow our social media. You can also find volunteer opportunities there. And the cool thing is, with Attack Poverty, you can volunteer in so many different ways. You can be out there at a food distribution, physically putting the items in people's vehicles. So you can really connect with the community in that way. You can pray for those that we're serving. You know, we do have a prayer list and we do ask for prayer requests. So that's a great way to serve. And then financially, you can serve by donating at attackpoverty.org. There's a donate now button, and you can also choose where you would like those funds designated to. So if you want those funds to go to COVID response, Hurricane Laura, say you want them to go to the Kids Academy that we have, or after school programs, GED classes. So there's many opportunities to donate and have those funds attributed to exactly the cause that you would like.
It sounds like no matter who you are and how you want to serve, that there is an opportunity for you. Now, I've heard it said that if you really want to help out a food bank or a food distribution center, you're much better off donating money as opposed to buying groceries and delivering the groceries. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, so when asking for donations and food and items like that, you have a hard time controlling the things that you get in. And then often somebody has to sort through those items and they have to repackage some of those items. So it actually takes up a lot more time and a lot more efforts to donate food. And while we love that people are out in the community just really thinking about loving others, you know, sometimes the financial donation really just is the best and most efficient way to serve a cause.
In addition to that disaster recovery approach, we're able to offer counseling at no cost for those people that are impacted by these disasters. We understand it's part of the recovery. It's challenging alone to take this on as we're facing uncertain times, and our new normal has changed a lot. It's added extra stressors for community members, and that's something we heard after Harvey, and we saw it as a need. So originally, pre-COVID, we were able to offer counseling to those residents who we were repairing their home in their home. So I was able to meet with residents for counseling face-to-face in that way. Things have changed since COVID. Needs have changed, and so we're offering free virtual counseling, also known as teletherapy.
And I like how we're adjusting to the new normal and we're making things work anyway. Let's talk a little bit about that counseling side, because I know a lot of people are really suffering now. Isolation is setting in, especially a lot of our seniors are feeling very alone and lonely. And if you are needing to socially isolate, but you do live alone, it's been especially hard on those communities.
That's a big need we saw in the residents in the community that we serve. A lot of our older adults in the community, especially in rural areas, have a hard time being in community, especially now are more isolated. And so a lot of those residents have been on our radar. If they lack transportation, we will make sure that we're able to drop off food to their home. And those are the residents we've served through disaster recovery. However, if we know of a resident or an older adult in the community that has those barriers, then we'll make sure to connect them to the proper resources, and we'll also follow up with them by making that visit, of course, while socially distancing. And I think a lot of our older residents and older adults really appreciate just having someone to talk to, having someone that's regularly checking up on them. Although it might look a little bit different from counseling, traditional counseling, maintaining that relationship and having those constant check-ins has been really essential for a lot of those seniors that we serve. And just making sure their basic needs are met and just making sure that they're okay, and how they're coping has been really important. And we're constantly listening to the community, and we are adapting and evolving our services almost every day to pretty much meet the needs that we hear. We don't know what the future holds, but as soon as face-to-face is available, I understand that virtual counseling is a barrier for a lot of our older adults who maybe don't have access to internet or aren't very tech savvy. So I still want to make sure that they're being served and they're connected to the right resources. Whether or not they receive counseling from me, I can make sure to place them with a resource or an agency that can serve their needs better.
I have a feeling the need for counseling is only going to grow and grow. You do partner with other organizations, and that's one of the things that makes our community so strong is our different nonprofits and community organizations truly do work together side by side to accomplish the goals and what we need here in our community. And I thank you for making Fort Bend such a strong and vibrant community, and that there's resources for people in our community. No one has to go hungry. No one has to be alone. We are truly all in this together in every possible way. Avalon, thank you so much for joining us today. I understand you have somewhere to get to, so we're going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much, and we'll go ahead and continue with Natalie. We hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Is there any last words you would like people to know about attack poverty?
We are very based in community listening. So if there is something, a need you see in your community or a way that you want to serve, we highly encourage you to reach out to us, to follow us on social media, or to reach out to us online through our website or give us a phone call. If there is a need, we want to hear from you, and we want to see how we can best meet that. And I just want to remind the community or service providers, people who are out there, that we're truly here to serve. A lot of our programs don't have really stringent eligibility requirements. We really want to serve the community in which we're in. And so we have a big heart and we have a strong presence here in Fort Bend. And just want to remind you that this counseling program is similar like that. We don't have any stringent eligibility requirements. So we're really here to serve all the residents of Fort Bend who have been struggling from COVID or Hurricane Harvey. I know we're 3 years out, but we still do see people in that recovery.
And so some of the things we can do to truly help each other is support the programs who do have boots on the ground, who already are invested in the community, who already know of the needs and already have a mechanism to fulfill the needs of the community. So the best thing we can do right now is support those organizations that truly serve Fort Bend. I know it's hard, but I promise you, we are all going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this with our wonderful organizations, just like Attack Poverty, and we're going to do it by caring and for loving each other, just like we've made it through every other national disaster or local disaster. Thank you so much, Natalie, for joining us. Your organization is amazing. I love that there's resources literally for everyone and opportunities for everyone to become involved or to give or serve. And thank you so much for all you do for the community. I appreciate your time today, and I appreciate truly what you guys do and your mission for Fort Bend County. Thank you so much.
Thank you.